Do you feel like you're completely stuck when it comes to weight loss? You're not alone and you're in the right place. As someone who struggled with weight myself, I virtually tried every diet out there, and honestly, I can say I cracked the code on sustainable weight loss. My name is Michelle Black. I'm a registered nurse, nutritionist specialized in women's health, weight loss, and hormones. And if you're struggling with this problem, I'd love to talk. You can find the link in the description below to speak directly with me. In this video, I'm going to share 5 strategies you have to know after 40 to sustainably lose weight and be the healthiest you've ever been, and how you can implement it. Here's what we're going to cover today. Number 1, the fundamentals of why we actually need carbohydrates to sustain weight loss. Number 2, what happens when we eliminate or restrict carbohydrates from our diets. And number 3, the simplicity of how to start eating carbs without gaining weight. Number 4, how to start tracking today so you can get a real look at the whole picture of what you're actually eating. And number 5, the number 1 key to long-term success with eating carbs while sustainably losing weight. The mission behind this channel is to make health available to all ladies who are perimenopausal and beyond, so that you can make your unique impact in this world, so you can live the best life you're meant to live. Okay, let's dive right in. Number 1, the fundamentals of why we actually need carbohydrates to sustain weight loss. Carbohydrates are actually one of the 3 main macronutrients in nutrition that are required in large amounts for the body to function at its best. What we want to understand is that there are different types of carbohydrates, and each type of carbohydrate has a different effect on blood sugar and insulin. In order to sustainably lose weight, we need to keep our blood sugar consistent throughout the day. All plant-based foods are carbohydrates, and they contain what is known as phytonutrients. And these phytonutrients and carbohydrates actually inhibit pathogens and promote good bacteria within the gut, preventing the digestive issues and even bloat often experienced in perimenopause and beyond. If you would love to eat carbs, type down in the comments carbs. Fiber is also a carbohydrate and actually keeps the gut healthy and slows the blood sugar response to foods when we eat them. Carbohydrates also help with protein absorption, as well as provide our bodies nutrients to help our bodies produce estrogen, progesterone, and even serotonin to help us feel emotionally good. After the age of 40, the ovaries quit producing testosterone, estrogen, and progesterone. And this is why we need carbohydrates more now than ever for our bodies to be able to produce those hormones now. See, our bodies can still produce those hormones through our skin and other organs if we are consuming the right foods for it to do so. Number 2, what happens when we eliminate or restrict carbs from our diet? Yes, initially we'll lose what appears to be weight, but most likely it's water or lean muscle mass, and neither are good. Since our bodies require the right carbs to help produce these hormones, when we do not consume the right type of carbs, we generally begin to lose lean muscle mass first. Remember, our bodies need carbohydrates to help with protein and other nutrient absorption. Low-carb diets after 40 actually have been shown to increase risk for breast cancer, worsen PCOS, and even strain the thyroid gland. Low-carb diets have been shown to worsen menopausal symptoms such as hot flashes, sleeping problems, sugar cravings, and even brain fog. I've seen many clients on low-carb diets that were diagnosed with hypothyroidism and even had to start medication. And in working with me, to slowly add the right carbs back at the right time, they've been able to decrease their medication dosage or even get off their medication. Yes, you heard that right. Low carb diets can actually cause hypothyroidism due to the added strain on the thyroid gland. And number 3, the simplicity of how to start eating carbs without gaining weight. Now, We want to understand that we are not talking about processed junk foods like white breads, white pasta, and chips. We are talking about high nutrient carbs such as sweet potatoes, oats, white potato, whole grains, broccoli, cucumbers, and asparagus, for example. If you're doing low carb, you want to slowly introduce high nutrient carbs back into your diet. But ensure that you've got a fiber along with those meals to slow the absorption of your blood sugar. You see, if we consume any carbohydrate by itself, yes, it will create a blood sugar spike, which is what causes weight gain. It's not the carbohydrates that make us gain weight, but rather how we eat them and when we eat them. And number 4, how to start tracking today so you can get a real look at the picture of what you're actually eating, to really get a true picture of the portions that you're consuming. I would encourage you to start tracking at least for 30 days. Remember, it's more about how and when we're consuming carbohydrates. And if we are tracking, we can literally see in real time how much we are actually consuming. Studies say we underestimate our portions as much as 50%. That adds up if that's day after day. If you want a suggestion for a food tracking app, I've got a link down in the description below. And number 5, the number one key to long-term success while eating carbs sustainably to losing weight is that you want to eat all carbohydrates with a protein and a fat source. This is where the skill of tracking macronutrients will help you. As you gain experience in tracking, you will be able to see how much of each you need in order to balance the carbohydrate when you eat them. If this is something you're struggling with, I'd love to talk. You can find the link down in the description to speak directly with me. And be sure to watch the next video.